Give me some.
Welcome to Wagwan with the Wagwan. Wagwan with the Wagwan. It's your host, James Jamiezy Cummins. And today I'm joined by
Me.
Colin,
podcast producer.
Cummings.
Colin motherfucking Cummins.
Yeah, man. It's another day in paradise. Living the dream one day at a time.
Bro, I was actually in paradise. Well, it's not paradise. It's nice. It's really nice. Grand Bend. Bro, it's crazy. You were like, yo, that's your grandfather's. That's like where he came from.
Yeah.
And then there, where we are, we're at this place called the Royal Canadian Legion. And then you have one right by you.
Yeah, I think there's one in every city, isn't there?
I have no idea. I've never seen it before in my life.
Yeah, that's not that exciting.
Bro, you gotta go back to Grand Bend.
Yeah, Grand Bend, Grandpa.
That's your ancestors pulling you back.
Yeah, my roots. Yeah.
Shit
my,
does look
my,
like what?
Shit looks Irish. Well, that's not my Irish side. That's my Canadian side because that's in Grand Bend.
Really?
Yeah. How would my Irish grandpa be in Grand Bend?
When he moves to Canada?
No.
He never came to Canada?
No, he did, but.
Oh, okay, so he did. He did come to Canada.
I'm talking about as a child. This is my other grandpa. Who grew up around there.
So the other side is Canadian, eh?
As far as I know, I have France somewhere on my grandma's side, like great one of those ones. But that side, my mom's side, is pretty Canadian. Yeah.
Really?
My dad's side is the Irish side, but my grandpa, he grew up in a pool hall, and he was a hustler. My grandpa was a hustler, the Canadian one.
That's so funny you say that, because we know another comedian. I mean, and his grandfather, Irish as well, and was always in a pool.
Well, this wasn't my Irish grandpa. Do you not listen?
Oh. But you're Irish and he's Irish. Sorry, I made that connection there.
It's the other side.
And you're like him in that sense, and he's like his grandfather in that sense.
Being a hustler?
It skips a generation.
Hustling,
being in a pool hall, like that's your type of vibe.
Yeah. It was pretty sick actually. My grandpa went blind, but if I took him to a pool table, he could still like he'd obviously need me to help line up the shot, but like just his like motion and everything, like he could still shoot pool pretty good.
Fuck. Do you know how to shoot pool?
I used to be alright today. I used to have a pool table at my old house.
I'm garbage.
But I'm not garbage, but I'm not that good. Like,
true.
But if I had to play pool, jits like foosball or ping pong for my life, I would play pool. Out of those three, because ping pong I suck at. Foosball I could be okay at, but pool I actually like know what I'm doing a little bit. That's
an interesting question for your life. Which thing?
Yeah, which parlor game would you play for your life?
I'm going foosball.
Really?
Yeah.
You can play. You're good at it.
Yeah, I got good eye-hand coordination. I'm good with the.
No spinning allowed, eh?
No spinning allowed. I'm still do it. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Because if you say you're good at foosball and you're like, yeah, I spin the fuck out of it, then you don't play with real people.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I got it.
I remember at my work we used to have a foosball table, and the rules were like no spinning. You're not allowed to score from the middle. You could score from defense or you could score from the front, but the middle is cheap. They just say it's too cheap.
Bro, that's a bunch of weak players. That's what that is.
No, it's strong players. It's guys that are like they're too elite. They're like if you're gonna let us score from the middle, we're just gonna have a shit game. It's just gonna be a bunch of goals from the middle.
Oh, okay. So they're true.
Because yeah, they just wanted to make it a little more skilled.
Man.
But yeah, it's Wagwan with the Wagwan. So what else is good, yo? What's new in the
Grand Bend was fucking crazy. We're out there. I'm out there for like another 5 weeks. I fucking do this and then do some other stuff and sleep and then head back right away. It's been crazy, bro. We're in a $35 million house, bro. It's like an iPad.
That's pretty sick. I would love to be in a mansion. I talked about it last week. Watching all these $1 million listing, I'm getting expensive taste. And if I saw that mansion, I'd be like, cash offer right now. I'll give you $400 for it. And they're like, this is a $21 million house. I got cash though. Do you get it? The other thing I've been watching recently, it's playoff time, man. I didn't watch that much sports during the season. I only watched football, but now NHL and NBA playoffs are going on, and a couple things that I've noticed. One thing, I don't watch hockey that much, but now that I am watching for the playoffs, the NHL panelists now in NBA and NFL, like the guys that talk some shit in between periods, let's say, or at halftime or pregame, like those guys that are sitting on the desk, they're wearing their suits.
The announcers?
Not the announcers, not the guys that call the game, the guys that are before the game. You don't watch sports, so it's gonna be tough to explain this to you.
You're talking about the guys who would be like in the skybox, like watching from
or in a studio,
True.
talking about the game that's about to happen. Now in NBA and NFL. Okay, so in NBA on TNT, you got Shaq, you got Kenny,
Okay.
you got Charles Barkley.
Now I know what you're saying. Okay.
Hall of Famers, all guys that were great players.
Exactly.
NHL, they got guys that I've never heard of. Like, and I'm not a big hockey fan, but if big names I know. They got this guy Anthony Carter. I had to Google him. I'm like, this guy was like basically like at best a role player for his career. And I'm like, how the fuck are they letting these guys on? And you know why? It's because he's a fucking light-skinned black guy, a hockey player, and they just want to. I'm sure it was a diversity hire for this one.
It's probably diversity and probably fucking. I would imagine, like, I would never imagine Austin Matthews being one of those guys. Never in my life would I picture that guy doing
Austin Matthews.
Never. He's gonna have millions of dollars. And he's like, I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done.
So why do they? NBA and NFL players have millions. Why do they do it?
Well, see, this is different, right? When you see Shaq will do anything. Shaq does the icy hot. He does the Buick commercials. So he's down for whatever, right? Charles Barkley, I don't even know like how much money that guy really has. I know he gambles. He's up there with like Michael Jordan, how they gambled. So maybe he needs to be up there. But I don't know. We're not seeing LeBron James as one of those guys. Sorry, that's not Russell Westbrook.
Wade did it for a little bit. Wade'll get in there.
Wait, is he married to Gabrielle Union?
So you're saying it costs him more money?
He's a weirdo. I just didn't know who it was. I was trying to figure out who it was. He's a weirdo. Wow. He's a weirdo.
That's how bad your sports knowledge is.
You know he's a weirdo. Right?
But all I'm saying is either way, NBA, NFL, they both find a way to have big stars. You know, Deion Sanders, fucking for NFL, fucking Michael Irving, fucking.
Deion Sanders is a cokehead though.
Randy Moss, all these guys that are massive names that you don't need to Google them. I go to watch NHL. First of all, the guy was a shit analysis too. Anthony Carter, bro, you sucked. And I was like, and I'm like, why is this guy on TV? Like, was he a big player? He wasn't even a big player, so he's not a good analyst. He's not a good player. But what he was is they have to show off.
No.
Wait, don't talk over me. Wait. We just had a
because you're about to say the answer, and I got a real answer for you.
Go for it.
You're about to say you're about to call him a shiny toy. That's out of control. First off, that's out of control.
NHL has to show off. Look,
and that's why I didn't let you say it.
NHL has to show off. Look, we have black people too.
No.
Look at us.
You want the real answer?
Yes.
Think about everybody you're seeing. Think about how hockey guys are in interviews and just in life, and how basketball guys are. Hockey guys are boring. They're just like, yeah, bud. Okay, yeah. They're very like every time you see them, they're not like out there crazy and shit. But basketball dudes, they are.
I don't know.
So they make more sense to be. That's why look at the NHL. Who did they have? The black guy.
Well,
because the black guy was like, "Hey, I'll do it."
You actually are right about that.
You know what I mean?
And to think a black guy in hockey, even if he was a great player, a black guy in hockey can't bring that much pizzazz to the ice. If you're gonna be a black guy in hockey, you gotta settle in a little bit and fit in with the boys. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like a Michael Irving, Deion Sanders personality wouldn't work in hockey. They'd be like, this guy's a diva. This guy's too full of himself.
100%.
But like that's embraced in football and basketball. So you're right.
Yep.
Maybe it's a personality thing. It's just. Hockey players in general have to be dull, but if you're going to be a black guy in hockey, you have to be extra dull to make up for your
right. You got to blend in. It's just like when you're a white dude and you're chilling with a bunch of hood dudes. Like you're the dude who does some wild shit.
I have to hood up a little bit.
Yeah, of course. You got to wild out a little bit.
I get more white when I'm. Hey, fellas, what's going on?
That's why you get so black with me because I'm just one guy. If more came in, you'd whiten up.
If more came in, I'd be like, this is just water off a duck's back, man.
That's how you look at black people, is water off a duck's back.
No, I'm just saying it ain't no thing.
And you did get whiter when you responded to me. Water off a duck's back.
See?
Wow, turning it.
I can play it all, man. You want me a ni hao? You bring some Chinese men in here, yo.
Oh, that's why you're buying all the button-up shirts. You're gonna whiten it up. White boy summer. That's why you're doing all of that. Oh, I didn't
even realize my own subconscious.
Oh man, you're ready to have fun. That's what it is.
I seen speaking of white boy summer, I seen a list of Canada's most wanted today on Instagram because there's a Toronto rapper top 5 who he's wanted for murder right now.
Is that what that is? I see.
So apparently they had him in, they bailed him out, and now while he was out on bail, he went on the run.
True. Because he had the bounce.
So
makes sense.
But when I looked at the list, there was 6 names there.
Mm-hmm.
They were all black guys, and 5 out of 6 were Muslims. And I was like, maybe the Jews are right. No. But I was surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? I sent it to my buddy, and I was like, yo, there's no white guys on this list. And I'm like, what? Or he's like, why? He said that to me. He's like, where's the white people? They commit crimes too. And I'm like, yeah, white people, when they commit crimes, they like to be responsible for their actions. We'll commit crimes, but we're not gonna go too far on the run with all that white guilt weighing us down.
White people aren't running. They're just like, you know what? I think this is gonna work out just fine.
Everyone complains about white.
Go ahead off.
Everyone complains about white privilege, but wait until you have to carry all that privilege. How heavy it is. You can't go on the run with all that privilege. You gotta face the music.
White privilege is like a rope, like a Flavor Flav rope chain, big ass clock on it.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
not gonna
that.
get too far.
Nah, you don't run with that.
You go to court and you handle it.
I was gonna say it's leisurely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just walk in like it's a game on the green, you know.
But it might be the fact that all these guys were probably involved in the same crime, because then my buddy sent me like pages and pages of the most wanted list that had lots of white guys that were on there for some pretty shady activities, some involving young children.
Oh God, yeah. Those are the ones that will run because they know it's not gonna work out good for them.
Yeah,
they're like, there's no coming back from this.
There's no coming back from this. My white privilege doesn't extend this far. I'm trying to find the picture of the.
I'm picturing a white guy calling up a hotline. I was just calling about my white privilege.
So, on the most wanted list, there's Muhammad Hassan, there's Hassan Ali, there's Namid Mia, there's Sipar Yagan Fathohullah, and then there's Richie Blackwood, sick name, amazing name, and then there's Ubaid Saeed. So
let me see. Huh?
You know those guys?
But why is it 2 here? Why is he 2? There's 2 pictures of the same dude.
Homicide number 3 and homicide number 4.
Who is this in the picture?
They put him there twice. I guess he's wanted for 2 different homicides.
So wait, is top 5 on this list?
Oh, that's him right there, Hassan Ali.
He's number 2.
Well, this isn't a list ranking.
Okay,
this is current most wanted.
Wow, I can't believe he's on the most wanted list. Hey, cops, find something to do.
I know. Like, can you want
what?
Like, dream bigger.
Jesus,
like
it's top 5. Leave him alone.
What is this guy? Murder another little kid? Like,
but, oh fuck. Do you know anything about the story at all?
No, I don't. And I guess top 5 isn't a legit gang, so I don't want to get myself murdered.
Allegedly, and I'm sure he didn't do it. I'm sure they have the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And they just got to figure out their stuff. You know, they got to get their shit together.
When I see
force,
clips of his Instagram lives and everything, like, he seems like a funny guy. I just can't imagine him killing anyone.
Nah, there's no need.
Free top 5.
Yeah, right.
No, he's on the most wanted. I don't know, man. I didn't look into the story. Let's move on.
That's crazy though. That is crazy when you see something like that. Because I've met the dude, so that's wild.
You met him?
Yeah, I told you I was doing security. Like I was doing the whole locations thing, and I was
security.
I was protecting a $40 million house at that time, and he wanted to get in.
Yeah.
And he rolled over with a bunch of people. He's like, "Yo, let me in. I got money." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I'm like, "Fuck!" Like I know who this is. I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to explain like the best I can.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I was just at Drake's house," and I was like, I kind of believe you.
Yeah,
like kind of, because it's like Drake's house was just down the street. I was like, I kind of believe him.
Yeah, I think does Drake have any lines about him in his songs? Sometimes he'll throw in like an obscure Toronto rapper in there. Yeah.
No, he did it. It was like a subliminal. He was talking about top 5 while talking about how he is in the top 5. He in some song he says top 5, top 5, top 5.
Interesting. And Drake, he throws in some shout outs to like Arabic and Muslim in his some of the songs, you know.
Exactly.
I'm the acta or whatever, you know. I don't know how to say it, but
why can't everybody just
friends
get along like Drake does with everybody?
Right?
The fuck?
Come on.
What's the issue?
Why can't everybody be friends? Friends reunion hit Crave this week. I
didn't even see that was on your list. Jesus.
And the reason I put it on my list, first of all, did you watch Friends?
Did I watch Friends? Listen, this is called Wagwan with the Wagwan, not what's going on, buddy. Okay, I've never watched Friends in my life.
Fair enough.
You know why? No black people. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was Ross had a black girlfriend for a bit.
Don't bring her up. Don't do that.
What's her name again?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, Ross had a black girlfriend. I don't think any of the girls ever had a black boyfriend.
No, that would have been too threatening for the dynamic.
It really limits the storyline writing because once you go black, you can't go back, right?
You think that's what the writers did? I would do this, but the thing is, guys,
if I put Rachel on that black dick,
once she goes black, she's not gonna go back. They're like, yeah, that's true.
It won't make any sense.
That's actually
a white
true.
Girl trying out that dark chocolate.
Maybe we can make it Phoebe. She gets pregnant and then she disappears.
No, he disappears. Phoebe would be the one, though. Phoebe would be the one. I could definitely see that.
That was good. That was timing. That's timing, guys.
But
timing.
The reason that the Friends reunion made it to the Wagwan with the Wagwan docket today is not because of what it's doing over here, but apparently China had to censor a bunch of it. Because there were some of their enemies that made appearances in it. Now, what? Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, and the Korean pop group BTS. So they all made appearances in the reunion, and they all got cut out in the China version because they've been wronged by them before. Do you know what they did?
What could any of these people have done to China?
So Lady Gaga pissed off China by having a sit down with the Dalai Lama. Like, you're gonna sit down with the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of the Tibet? I guess they're like, fuck that. We don't even want to see your face.
Tibet. Do they like?
It must be a beef thing.
They don't recognize it as a country or something.
I guess.
True. Because they do that with Taiwan.
China being China again. We're not gonna be on fucking China. We're getting banned. Fuck, that's a big market.
It is.
You know what? Fuck Lady Gaga. I'm riding with China on this one. You're right. She should have never sat down with that piece of shit Dalai Lama.
I concur. And what did Justin Bieber do?
Justin Bieber posted a photo of Tokyo's Yakasuni Shirin, a memorial honoring Japan's fallen soldiers.
China's a little bit much. China's like that friend where you're like they're not talking to somebody anymore, and you're like, well, I'm so cool with them, and now they're like giving you drama because you're just meeting up with something. Come on,
yeah,
relax.
I mean, I don't know what his post said. Like maybe it had a caption that pissed him off, but
it just said,
just posting a photo.
China.
It's like, look, this is where some Japanese people died, and China's like, fuck that, Justin Bieber, fuck that.
Maybe actually China did that because Justin Bieber harmonized the word nigger.
Ooh.
Maybe that's why they were like, no way. One less lonely. How dare he? You never know.
Yeah, that is. Just to touch on that video for a second. It's from 11 years ago apparently, but it just started making the rounds on social media. Justin Bieber using the N-word, and I was shocked.
Do you know how that recirculated?
No,
it resurfaced. It was Joe Budden. Joe Budden of the Joe Budden podcast.
He's the one that's pushing it.
He literally he found it, and he was like, he just started talking about it through 12 episodes.
Joe Budden, you're a snitch.
Even me just saying harmonizing the word nigger, that's what he says. I just literally just said what he just talks about it all the time. So it caught wind, bro, because people didn't know. People were like, what the fuck?
I never knew. I was shocked. And when I told my friend that's like a Justin Bieber fan, I'm like, have you? Because I thought they would know because they're more into him. I'm like, have you seen the video of him singing the N-word? And they're like, what? No. And then I sent it to them. They're like, yeah, it is shocking.
It's shocking. It is. But
he was young, but he was at that point. It looks like past the point where he's came up already. Like he was already like a star at that point. Yes, yeah, he was famous at that point.
Yes. At that point, he had dropped, I think, his first album.
Yeah, he was with Usher in the studio.
Yes, exactly.
Usher was there singing with them.
Can you imagine?
Usher wrote that song with
One less lonely nigga. Yeah. One less lonely nigga. Usher stops it. Justin, you got to give it a harder ER. I'm doing the nigga. You're doing the nigger. Okay, can you just stick to that, please? Can you imagine?
And then the BTS, that's a big K-pop band. They pissed off the government for various acts, including what officials believed is a snub by overlooking China's contribution to the Korean War. So I don't even know who
contribution
BTS is, but
it's so I know who they are. They're huge. They're very, very, very pretty Asian men.
Oh,
very, very pretty. They're very nice looking guys, and they're like the Backstreet Boys, basically. They're Backstreet Boys, but they're 10 times bigger. And contribution to the Korean War. What does that mean? They just didn't. And what kind of questions are Korean interviewers asking that these guys are talking about a Korean war?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Like these guys, BTS.
And then China. China is so petty. They just cut them out of a show.
China is so petty.
But
that's why NBA players have to walk on eggshells anything they say about China, because look at what China has no chill. They're like, you wrong us in any way, how would they cut out LeBron James from the NBA playoffs? Like you'd be watching a playoff game and they'd have to like they blur him out.
That's exactly what they would do. Yo, another example of that, and it happened recently, I think like last week. John Cena had to apologize to China because he I think he considered Taiwan a country. He like mentioned it as a country.
Oh yeah, and he had to apologize for it
in Mandarin. He said it in their language.
Listen, guys, gong hei fa chao.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, he learned the whole thing so he can apologize because he wants to be a movie star like The Rock, and he's like, yo, I just disrupted 1 billion people.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know my phrase is "you can't see me," but I really want you to see me in China. So I'm sorry.
Bro, so weird. So weird. To learn the language just to apologize is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Just for calling Taiwan like, they're so petty. It's so funny. Speaking of pettiness, and I love this win for the boys this week, Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari. Jay Cutler was a professional football player. Kristen Cavallari was a professional reality star. Both of them brought money to the table. They were both famous when they met each other, but they're getting a divorce. And usually you hear these horror stories about a rich and successful man losing half of his business. But guess what, Kristen? It's your turn. The divorce is held up right now because Jay Cutler's asking for 50% of her jewelry and apparel line.
There you go. He probably thought it was a dumb business the whole time they were married.
Stupid. She's like, come look at me. Come. I'm gonna debut these new necklaces. I don't want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
She pulled him. She made him go. And now that he's there on tape, now look. I was there at the opening of the line.
Right.
So I don't get 50%. You don't think some people came to just shake Jay Cutler's hand because they did?
100%.
You don't think some of his boys came and he's like, yo, buy some jewelry off my wife?
Yeah, he probably all day was doing that. Like, listen, your wife, anybody, I'll give you a discount. It'll be good. Just please.
So, yeah, I'm rooting for Jay in this one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I hope so. Because the thing is about this whole thing is that he's probably used to a certain standard of living, right? So, like, it shouldn't get knocked down. He has to, you know.
I want that fucking that beaded jewelry money.
That is petty though. He's just like, fuck it.
Her jewelry company name is Uncommon James. Yeah, just like me, an Uncommon James.
I like that name.
Name's not bad. But yes, also on the topic of breakups, Future took shots at Lori Harvey in his song and her new boo. So first the line was just tell Steve Harvey I don't want her.
That's what I heard.
Everyone knew he was talking about her, but it went a little deeper than that. He said, must have forgot to tell daddy she begged me not to leave. She didn't have a choice but to go fuck a lame after me. Michael B. Jordan.
It's kind of facts.
You think Michael B. Jordan's a lame?
Like, if we're going to talk about the rapper world versus the actor world, he's a lame in comparison.
Wow.
Because the thing is...
Have you seen Black Panther? Killmonger?
I have.
How are you going to call Killmonger a lame, yo?
Because in real life, he's not like that. See, the thing about Future is he's really like that.
He's really like that.
You know what I mean? It's a little different. That's why he gets to call him a lame.
Yeah.
And this is a good example. What's Michael B. Jordan going to say back? Nothing.
I wonder what this word is blanked out, because it's obviously realist N-word. We know what the N-word is. Hit the T blank blank blank. What's a bad word that starts with a T and has 4 letters?
Hit the tussie? Oh, tushy. That's what it
is. Hit the T. She damn near OD'd, so it must be like something to do with his dicks. The T blank.
Tips.
Hit the. No. But why would they blank that out?
I don't know. I want to hear it now.
Fuck.
Future's a man.
Hit the. And she leave. She damn near OD'd. She damn near OD'd on the T. Guys, listening at home, it starts with a T. It has 4 letters. What is that bad word? Hit the. Then she damn near OD'd.
That's a good game to play.
That is a good game to play.
I have no idea. But, yo, this is another example of extreme pettiness. He's not playing around with his pettiness.
Mm.
Cause like he got her and then made a shot to Steve Harvey. I think he really has beef with Steve Harvey more than anybody. I think something happened between them. Because as soon as they got together, he started taking shots at Steve Harvey.
He taught his daughter how to act like a lady and think like a man. And he didn't want her being able to think like a man because now Future got hurt. And he's like, if you never taught your daughter how to think like a man, I would have hurt her.
Is that like a thing that he says, Steve Harvey?
That's his, you know the movie Think Like a Man?
No.
And Think Like a Man 2?
No.
Okay, so basically Steve Harvey wrote a book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Oh.
And then they made a comedy movie off it, Think Like a Man, which is starring Kevin Hart and
okay,
it's a
now
good
I
movie.
understand. And that's why she's like this. Because he's taught her that.
She knows the game inside and out.
That's why people keep like pushing her as like a pimp.
Yeah, we do that. We push that.
I don't. I do.
We've done it on this show.
That she's a pimp.
Guys, rewind.
I said she's a pimp.
4 episodes ago.
I said it.
We've had that conversation.
I definitely said she's not a pimp.
Oh, maybe I said she's a pimp.
Yeah, I think you did, and I was like, it's kind of the opposite. Because if you think of a relationship, like right, pimps don't get fucked.
They do the fucking. You don't think she does the fucking?
No.
You don't think she bends Michael B. Jordan over a barrel?
Maybe him because he's super lame.
Wow. No, I think Michael B. Jordan's cool, man.
He probably is.
I liked him. I've been a fan of him for a while because he was on a football show when I was younger, and then he became a big star. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, but you like football, right?
Yeah, you don't like sports. That's your problem.
Well, I was just gonna say he can't play football for fuck all. That's just a movie.
I don't know.
He ain't really
Creed?
like
Do you like
that.
Creed?
I never saw it. Never watched it.
Do you like Rocky though?
I never watched any Rocky because
Remember when you told me that white people were offended that you don't watch Gladiator? I feel more offended you've never seen Rocky. I feel way more offensive you've never seen Rocky. Rocky is like a classic of classics. Yo.
I've seen, like, maybe I've watched it fully. I know the one between him and Apollo. I know I've watched
Those
that.
are the first two.
Because I saw the ending where they're like punching at each other and it
Yeah.
stops, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. They knocked each other out. For sure.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie.
Like that was like maybe I saw it, but I never kept up with it. I was never inspired by it. I was never pumped me up to like work out and stuff.
Damn, son. Damn. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
So that's what offends white people. I apologize.
That's way more offensive.
I will take in some Rocky at some point. Pause. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was a big pause.
And you haven't been watching any NBA playoffs. I know you don't watch NBA, but they're letting fans back in the building, and shit has been. People are acting unruly. They're like, I just got vaccinated. I don't give a fuck. They're spitting on players. So a big star player for Atlanta, they're playing a away game in New York, and he got spit on. Another guy from Memphis playing in Utah. You can guess Utah's a little racist, right?
I would think so.
So when they were at an away game, his parents were in the crowd, and people started yelling racist stuff towards his parents.
That's fucked up.
And he dropped 47 on them. So he's like, yo, suck my dick, yo.
That's the worst. That's why the racism probably came out at like 35. They're like, you know what?
Yo.
Fuck this nigger. Who made him? Who made him?
Yeah.
You too? Fuck you too, buddy.
That one, out of everything that happened, that one pissed me off the most. Somebody like yelling stuff at your parents in the crowd. Like, obviously getting spit on is like a reason to fight. But saying something to my parents
I'm
is like
fighting.
That's even more.
Like I'm done. The game's done. I'm fighting you.
I'm punching
you hard.
Tristan Thompson said, Canadian basketball player, he plays on Boston. Nothing happened to him, but when he saw like these stories, he's like, yo, I'd follow to your house.
Yeah.
So shout out to Brampton man on that, yo.
True, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's a Brampton man caught a Kardashian.
Yeah, man.
Brampton people do some wild things. They really do. I mean, people shit on Brampton all the time. I know that's where you're from. Yeah. Condolences. But, it's just, you guys do some good shit.
Really Brampton is a breeding ground for talent. we out of anywhere, I think anywhere in Canada, Brampton has produced more stars worldwide than anywhere else in Canada. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you might be right because you got Party. You got a lot of people.
Russell Peters.
True.
Jesse Reyes. Alyssa Cara. We got a bunch of singers.
Mike Sarah, I'm pretty
Director
sure.
X.
Michael
Sarah. Yeah.
Director,
Michael Sarah. I ran into Michael Sarah at a gas station one time. I didn't say hi. I wasn't that excited. But I ran into Russell Peters. I did say hi. I asked him for a picture.
For real?
Yeah.
That's funny. You just saw Michael Sarah. You're like, whatever, man.
Yeah. It was whatever. It was straight up whatever, man.
That's fucking hilarious.
No excitement about that.
That's amazing.
I do like Michael Cera. Like, I like him and stuff, but I'm not like, let me get a picture with you.
Nah.
Russell Peters was like, I was behind him in a Hasty Market line, and I'm like,
wow.
I should say hi, but I was like, I don't want to be like a groupie. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna see this guy again. So when we went outside, I'm like, hey Russell, can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah. That was it. Nice guy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a picture taken on like a flip phone back in the day. So it's not a great picture.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? That's sick.
It's somewhere on my Facebook. Like, I'll show it to you after.
Yeah, you gotta get that. You gotta print it out, and then when you're fucking like about to like, you guys are on the same show, you gotta be like, yo,
that would be
sign this for you.
That would be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really
bro,
cool.
you gotta do it. Print it out, bro. Speak that shit into existence, bro.
Okay, me and Russell Peters. I'm gonna open for him one day, and we're gonna get a picture together.
I could see that.
Updated picture.
Because you could do that.
Oh yeah.
Your comedy is like in line.
100%. Russell Peters. Why haven't I opened for you yet? Is the question. Because you don't know. You don't know, and those that don't know will learn.
I like that. That. I love that saying.
Yeah, it's a fucking saying. Tell me about the Walmart backlash. You brought it up.
They just sent out this thing, and apparently it wasn't actually to customers. It was actually to all the staff.
To staff.
Everybody.
Oh, to staff. Okay.
Everybody. Every manager. Every single person got this welcoming email, and it.
And what did that welcoming email say?
It said, "Welcome back, nigger."
No. It said, "Welcome to Walmart."
Oh, yeah, true. Welcome to Walmart, nigger.
That's way funnier. Welcome back. But welcome to Walmart.
That's way funnier.
Welcome to Walmart.
No, you're right. It is. That's fucked. Bro, somebody.
If you were working at a place and you got your welcoming email and it said "Welcome to,"
I'd be mad.
You would be.
I'd be.
Would you laugh at first? Would you be like, "What the fuck"?
See, this is the thing though. If it went to everybody, then you could kind of be like, "What the fuck?" But when you first get it, you might feel like it's just to you.
Yeah.
And especially if you're black sitting there, you're like, "Yo, who am I fighting right now?"
That's crazy.
Who just decided to call me a nigger in an email?
Oh man,
with a welcome.
It's I actually, speaking of emails, that's so funny. I wanted to bring up an offensive email that I almost sent, and you stopped me from sending it. So, in my history as a guy promoting shows or whatever, getting people to do artwork for shows. Now we wanted to get some artwork done for our logo, and I was just reading it back this week, and I was dying of laughter at like because I haven't read it out loud yet. But so basically, okay, here's my problem. When I get stuff done, like sometimes I get stuff. I ask somebody to make a logo. I give them specific instructions how to make it. And then they send me back some like really shit version. And he did it really quick. And I was like, he looked like he took no time on this. So I wanted to say, no, that's not what we wanted. But the way I speak, if I said it to him in person, laughter in my voice, hearing this, it would be all right. But reading it, it sounds so rude. And the funny thing is,
bro, it would sound bad either way.
So basically, I had the email drawn up, and I send a screenshot to Colin, like, this is what I'm going to send. And then Colin calls me, and he's like, you cannot send that. That's really bad. So I'll read it out. It's just a little, basically, asked this guy to do a logo for us. It didn't look the way I wanted it to, and here's what I said.
Shout out to every artist that's ever helped Jimmy's.
Yeah. Tried to help.
Tried.
Okay. Man sends me a logo. I said, oh, man, no disrespect, but that doesn't look much different than my shitty rough copy.
Hey. Much disrespect.
It's so funny. No disrespect. And then the line after is, there's no way you can take that as any way other than disrespect. I sent him like I said, I give instructions. I sent a specific rough copy version.
Yeah.
You guys know what our rough copy version is because our Wagwan with the Wagwan, that lifts the gold teeth. I made that like just a shitty version just as a concept for like what it could be. I want it drawn out way better, nicer. And he sent me back a version that didn't look any nicer. So yeah, no disrespect, but that doesn't look much different than our shitty rough copy version. I could put letters on teeth the same way. I didn't just want black letters on yellow teeth like the rough copy I sent you. Is just that's just me with my zero art skills trying to give you some guidance.
Yo.
So basically I continue to disrespect.
Yeah.
What's the point of even putting no disrespect? I was hoping an artist could take it to the next level and make the idea really come to life.
Yo, he said artist in third person, like the guy's not an artist.
And then I said like you would probably have to actually do art. Make the gold teeth look like an actual grill. I didn't want you to just slightly clean up the rough one I sent you. I wanted to make way better than that. Sorry for the miscommunication. Anyways, we still have no logo. We still have no logo. So if you are an artist, actually, you know what? Call to action here. Call to action. If you are an artist that feels like you could do it, we'll give you $200 if you send us a nice one. And if you send us one that we use, we'll look at our logo that comes up at the beginning. Wagwan with the Wagwan. Make that sick.
And you'll be dealing directly with me. You will have no interactions with
you. If you want to send us a shitty version and you want a response from me, let us know. You want that jam easy response. I'm the Simon Cowell of judging logos.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had to send an email that was much different from that one.
And you got such a nice response.
Yeah, of course.
Pretty much like, oh, I hear what you're saying. I'll put you in touch with guys that can draw.
Yeah.
But he couldn't draw, so that was the issue.
Yeah, but you said can actually do art. See, like what I do on my phone is art. You know, filming stuff's art, photography's art. So when you say that to someone who's already an artist.
Yeah. Okay, I do comedy. If I called comedy art and somebody sent me make me a logo, and then I send them a shitty whatever I can draw, and they're like, yo, I thought you could do art. I'm like, I do art. Have you heard my jokes? Talking about pussy up there.
Yeah, well, that would be their fault for just being like, you know, you'd have to be like, I'm a comedic artist.
True. Well, right. Either way, this podcast is art. This is just a little quick one today,
bro. He's crazy. No, like, we have to stay on this because he's out of control with the way he even did it to me. We sit together on 2 different podcasts. He even did it to me.
What did I do to you,
bro? You said the same, but you're like, I could do this myself, and I was like, bro, you don't say that to artists. You don't say that. Okay?
But you didn't do any art for me.
It doesn't matter.
Let's circle back on that.
No. I'm going, okay? Because you're the one with the problem. This is an intervention now, okay?
Let's hear it.
Because you don't say that to an artist because you don't know what they've put into it or how much it means to them. And in our case, you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, okay? You didn't even know what you were talking about. And I had to school you on what you were talking about. And now you know what you're talking about. And that's how you're going to go into this conversation right now. I just want you to remember as you're giving your thing.
Yeah. Okay? I asked you to make a lyrical video and you got it mixed up.
No, you didn't say, yeah, exactly. Wait a sec. You just said I got it mixed up? Is that what you just said?
Because listen
Hold on. Rewind it. Is that what he just said? Did he just say that? He said I got it mixed up. What? Bro, I didn't get it mixed up. Listen, artists, whoever is considered.
Everybody listen.
You're not going to deal with him at all. You're not even going to speak to him.
I no
It'll
longer.
all be me. I appreciate art. You know what I mean?
What I asked you to do was I sent you a video too. As an example. You probably didn't even watch that because you're like, I get it. And then you did something completely different.
I did watch it. And I even explained that to you. I'm like, when I watched that, I was like, there's no way he wants a $500 video for a 1 minute thing he's going to put on Instagram.
But you didn't tell me that before you made it.
I know, this is the thing. I was like, there's no way that's what he wants. And he says,
why would you say that?
And on top of it,
why would I send you?
No.
Why would I send you? Okay, explain this. Explain your thought process.
No.
Please.
No. I'm going to say
explain your thought process of me sending you and saying, I want this. And you watching it and saying, there's no way he wants this.
This is where we're going to go back. Because the last time we had this conversation, you forgot this part. Okay. I taught you what a lyrical video is. You didn't know the term lyrical video before.
That's fine.
Okay? So you didn't say, I want a lyrical video.
That's fine.
You said, what? I want a video with the text of the words
popping up at the same time.
Exactly. That's what you said. You didn't say lyrical video.
But I sent you a lyrical video.
It doesn't matter. You didn't say that.
But tell me tell me how your mind does this. I send you something, I'm like, make me this. Make me something like this. And you watch and you say, there's no way he wants something like this. Well, why would I send it as an example then?
Because of how much money it is. And you're like, you wanted to spend like $20. What was it, $30 you wanted to spend?
I don't know.
So I'm like, $30. I'm like, he doesn't think he's getting this for $30. So I did what I did. Because I'm like, this guy just said he wanted text. Because what you're seeing on the screen, that's not text. So this is just so you know, again, I'm going to teach you something. Those are P-E-N-G's. Wait, that's not PNG.
I don't know.
Yeah, JPEGs. Yeah, you fucked me up. I was like, did you just get it?
I literally don't know what you were gonna say. I just started spelling something else. That's a fucking pang.
It's a fucking. They're animations. They're not text. It's an animation.
Yeah.
This is what this guy's talking about. He's talking about some flowery shit popping up like this. Like this. Like if I'm gonna say whoa, I go whoa, and it goes whoa.
Yeah, so sick.
That's what he wanted. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's not happening.
So, but
for
yeah,
$30. Anybody?
So to me, the conversation should went like this.
Hold on 1 second. Anybody who's an editor right now, they know this guy's bullshit. This is a bullshit customer to deal with.
Yeah,
because that's the worst. When you deal with people like that, you have $30 and you were expecting a amazing After Effects heavy video. You're crazy.
So what? To me, the conversation should have went like
this. I
this.
get paid $100 an hour.
I send you this. You look at it and you say that's gonna be more expensive than you should have.
Well, that is.
But instead, you just made.
Hold on. Stop. Because that's what I would do for a customer. You're a friend, so I'm just gonna send them something regardless. Because I don't even care. Like you gave me $20, you didn't have to give me $20. I didn't need it at all. I was like, it took me 5 minutes. I literally was in my car. I read your message. I stopped, pulled over, did it, sent it to you, and that was it.
This is the thing. So this is what I deal with. I send these artists things. They're like, I can do that quick. Let me just do it quick. How about just do it right?
No. See, this is the thing. You didn't explain yourself properly. You didn't know the proper terminology. You don't know the price range. You don't know what editors do. You didn't know anything about it.
I don't know anything. And I also don't know logo guys too. Logo guys, I'm sending them, I've done this before. I send them such easy, detailed instructions. Just do what I say. And then they go and they do something different.
Yo. This guy's gonna do what I say. Fuck. Anyways. Again, you will not be dealing with Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mesh well with artists. Yeah.
Oh man, but honestly, I like that logo. I love that you made it. Like I like that you made it, and it looks good. You know what I mean?
I just wouldn't wear it on a t-shirt. It looks. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, we can clean it up. I don't know. I like the fact that you made it. Like my logo that I have for all my shit, I made. Like Pros and Conquers, I made it.
Yeah,
like, I like that shit.
And that was you. I told you what to do, and you did it right. I asked somebody else to make it. Remember, I was like, and then he sent me back 2 versions, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not even like what? Like, can you not read? What are you doing? I asked him, like, he made it more complicated. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my
Anyways, guys, that's a little behind the scenes on Wagwan with the Wagwan.
Yeah,
we're trying to get a logo made. We want to sell you guys t-shirts. If you can tell us what that 4-letter T word is in that the bad word that Future said towards Lori Harvey, you could win a shirt if we had a logo.
Yeah, and again, when you win the shirt, you won't be dealing with Jamie Easy. Don't worry. Jamie's gonna be like, yo, I could have answered that myself. What did you just Google it? You just didn't feed. You just Googled it. That's it. I could have done. That's that fine myself.
With me. You'll get.
And then he's gonna put your shirt on and he's gonna walk away. So don't deal with that. You'll deal with me.
All right, fine. You get a sticker from me. But we need a logo first before we can give out any merch. Yeah, but I want to start selling merch. I want to start making money off our fans. And just spending it on lavish things.
See, he doesn't explain things well. We want to provide you with something that is from the show and from our hearts. That's what we're trying to do. That's it.
I want to wear gold chains this summer. And the only way I can do that is by selling you t-shirts.
I'm trying to get all my boys golden cups like Attila the Hun, man.
Exactly. Yo, check out Pros and Conquers, the bad boys of history. Do you want to learn about history? I know current events are fun, but let's look into the past. We did Attila the Hun this week. We did Sully the Magnificent last week. 2 polar opposite leaders. And you'll have to tune in to find out. But guys, thanks for tuning in to Wagwan with the Wagwan. You can find me at jam_easy. You can also find us at the Bad Boys of History. And you can find Colin at Colin's Process.
At Colin's Process.
With 1 L. Some people like to spell Colin with 2 L's.
That's not how you spell it. Just so you guys know.
How do you spell process?
Process?
1 C and 2 S's?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to think about it. That was like a pop quiz.
Yeah. I've mastered the art of spelling Colin, but that process gets a little tricky.
I'm the first thing that pops up. As soon as you press Colin P, I'm going to be the first thing. You'll see the fucking fluorescent skull, bro. I worked hard for that, bro.
Really?
Hard. You got to put in a lot of stories. You got to make a lot of interactions to get your shit up there.
Oh, shit. I should do that more often.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, man, thanks for listening. And if you want to send us a logo, like I said, we got a $200 bounty on a logo.
Look, bounty.
We got a bounty on this logo. I think that's better. I think we better just do that because it's like, why hit up people and then we get shitty work back, and then I'm like, oh, should I pay him? Should I not pay him? We're $200 bounty. If you want to put in the work, and we use it, if you give us the one that we use,
yeah,
$200.
And that's the thing with Jam Easy. He'll get like that, but then all of a sudden he's like, I really want to pay him something. He always feels like, I want to give him something. I'm like, well,
I don't want to become known as the guy that asks you to do something, hates your work, and then you wasted your time. But it's happened, like it's become a trend with me. So I'm gonna stay out of that end of things.
You don't want to become the guy who you hate the work and then you got to pay people anyway.
Exactly.
You can have a whole bunch of people sending in logos.
So we got a bounty on its head. The one that we use, the logo we use. Who's gonna earn it? Are you an artist or a fartist? Thanks for listening to Wagwan with the Wagwan.
Shout out to all the artists that work with Jam Easy.
Back on our bullshit next week.
Here I am.
Bum, 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 bum.